Hi, beautiful souls. My name is Angela, and welcome to Path to Temperance. I'm an intuitive healer, channel, and energy reader. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is a channel of love and light where I share my personal experiences to ultimately raise the collective consciousness and guide you along your own healing and/or spiritual awakening and journey. If you are returning, of course, welcome back. So today is all about our throat chakra, and that is because I have been hearing chatty birds all day. Chirp, 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 chirp. Everywhere I go, I just hear birds chirping. Even sitting in my room, there's birds flying around. Even down to yesterday, I had like flocks of like those little like singing like morning birds just like flocking around everywhere, okay? So with the form of communications, that's what birds are related to, especially just my personal interpretation here, okay? And this is definitely all related to our throat chakra. When I woke up this morning, I had to do a lot of throat chakra clearing. So collectively, there's a lot happening here in the throat chakra, really starting to tap into the way that we express ourselves, how we stand in our truth, to really become and believe in our authenticity here, and also tapping into our soul language, which is basically how our soul expresses itself, okay? And that can be through any matter of things, any type of art form, music, poetry, however that resonates. And I think that the importance of our throat chakra here to let us come into our authenticity, to express our soul language, that is what brings us happiness. That is what lets us stand in our truth and not feel like we need to kind of live surface level. That happens a lot here in the throat chakra. The way that we communicate our truth, the way that we live and speak our truth. And if we aren't living and speaking in our truth, our authenticity, right, then we are just basically living surface level. We are not in tune with the importance of what we feel inside and how to be able to express our most authentic self here. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start here today with the Angels and Ancestors deck. Here on the bottom, the Druid, hold space, okay? So my beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest white light, and decree with my beautiful higher self for this beautiful collective related to our throat chakra here. What kind of message can we give them, please? I'm getting a downloaded song. You look like yourself, but you're somebody else, only it's not on the surface. Okay, so this is telling me here that we are all unique, and this is definitely backing up our authenticity, right? When we are living surface level, we are unable to express ourselves authentically. We may feel that we are being judged or, condemned for our own beliefs. And I mean, the list can go on in ways that we feel that we are blocked in our throat chakra from being able to speak our truth and really live within our authentic selves here, okay? So this downloaded song that I'm getting here is kind of like, we are all going to look different on the surface, but when we go onto the inside of us, that is our true uniqueness. That is our true authenticity here, beautiful souls, okay? See from a higher perspective. And it's funny because I'm talking about birds today, right? The color blue definitely related to our throat chakra, okay? There's a lot of birds, a lot of communication here, okay? A lot of things that I believe that many of you in the collective may be having massive throat chakra clearings because there is something here that needs to be spoken on your behalf, okay? So, oh, that went flying. If that is the case here, my beautiful souls, my beautiful spirit team, what can we tell? How can we guide this collective here to begin opening their throat chakra, please? Opening their throat chakra here. Thank you. Love and let yourself be loved, okay? So definitely going back to, we're living surface level. We're afraid of feeling rejected or judged or, people, everyone has their own opinions and places and projects their, insecurities, their guilt, their own experiences onto you. That blocks our own authenticity. Not everyone is going to have the same experience here. So you're really being guided to let yourself be loved. Love yourself for who you are, okay? And let yourself be loved by others, okay? And in my personal opinion, okay, and I know that this doesn't, isn't going to resonate maybe for everybody, but I've learned on my journey that if I do not feel comfortable enough to be able to be my authentic self around such person, place, situation, I just extract myself from that, because that's not fair to me. I should not have to feel like I need to be dimmed down, or I need to quiet my own voice or my true authenticity to make others feel better, or however that resonates, right? So at the end of the day, you need to bring in the amount of self-love, so much so that the opinions, the projections of other people doesn't bother you. And if you are surrounded by people that continue to make you feel this way, you will learn to just step away. It's not even worth it, okay? It was 2:55 on my clock and it's 88 on my battery, okay? We're really being asked to step into this place of abundance within ourselves, to feel this self-love, to know the difference. It's like choosing wisely to know and pick our battles in these senses, right? Okay, because, sometimes when we are really stepping into our truth, speaking our truth, there is always going to be somebody somewhere that has something to say, and that is just the fact. That's just facts of this world here, okay? But when you are so strong within your own truth and your own authenticity, you can't be swayed anymore. You're standing in your truth. When you love yourself so much, okay? So this is definitely guidance here, all right? And I like how this kind of like heart is like right here in this area, okay? And that's definitely because if you follow me regularly, we know that our heart is a portal to our soul. But when we're living in our lower chakras, we first have to break through the heart to get to our upper chakras here. So it is very important to get in touch with your heart space. Start showing yourself this self-love, okay? Grace, forgiveness, self-acceptance of trusting in yourself and knowing your truth, your authenticity, okay? So that you can be loved and show love, right? From your own place of truth. Nobody can sway you anymore once you get there, okay? Set your sights higher, okay? So this kind of backs up what I said about us really living surface level, okay? And I love how he's cloaked in this blue, right? Like we just need to really focus on all of this area in here, especially our throat chakra. Archangel Michael with his sword of justice can help you clear out any blockages here, okay? Because he really wants us to communicate, stand in our power, stand in our truth here, okay? To bring ourselves justice through our own inner integrity and self-love, okay? And so guidance here for clearing our throat chakra is set your sights higher, okay? If you feel like there is a current block anywhere in your life, especially related to you being able to be your authentic self, push past the barrier a little bit. Take it one step further here, okay? Autumn. Release the old and rest. And this was actually a card, and here's another bird, okay? I had posted a blog article recently, okay? And I'm always getting clarity and asking for guidance when I am doing, some of my blog articles here, just to kind of help the collective, right? And this was one of the cards that came out for releasing our fears here, okay? For accepting love. So, my recent blog article is now just backing up this kind of throat chakra stuff that we have going on here, okay? Where we need to release these fears, these old programmings, these limiting beliefs, this fear of being judged for being your authentic self, for speaking your truth. And when we start releasing heavy stuff, it is important to rest and recharge. And now under that is still hold space here with the druid, okay? And, I think holding space is actually very important, especially when we're going through a process of clearing, activating, balancing a chakra, okay? Because what happens here is that in each chakra center here, we have, each chakra is related to different aspects of life, characterizations and things of that sort, right? So when we have certain programmings in each chakra point, when we start breaking down these things and releasing them, we need to hold the space to allow the new in, right? We need to hold the space to be able to create new, to allow new stuff to come in. So I think that's why it's kind of like release the old and rest, and then hold space. Hold space for this regeneration type of process here, okay? Thank you so much for this message so far, my beautiful spirit team. What are some maybe some symptoms that my viewer will have if they have a closed or blocked throat chakra here? My throat chakra is very tingly, feeling very dry, okay? So really being in this energy here with the collective and the throat chakra, massive blockages. I feel like I just kind of have like a lump in my throat here, okay? There's a lot of stuck energy in our throat chakra here collectively, guys, all right? And that is, it's a hinder. And you know, we can go beyond speaking your truth and feeling judged. You don't feel authentic. You don't know your true self. And that may be a little triggering here. You may not even understand how to find your true self here. And it's all in here with our soul language. Okay, what drives us here? Okay, we have take charge with authority, make plans and focus, and exchange energy to create abundance. Okay, so I asked what are signs and symptoms that you have a blocked throat chakra. You do not take charge with authority, okay? You are not speaking your truth. You are not verbalizing authentically, okay? Major block, all right? Make plans and focus. So again, here, as I mentioned, Archangel Michael's like sword of truth. Here's a sword coming up with a shield, all right? Another thing is that we are so shielded, okay? If we are speaking our truth, it's very defensive. It's very, you know, I'm gonna kind of chop up everything that you just told me just so I can backfire and be right. And that, unfortunately, is a lot of society. There's no right from wrong, but that's how everybody views everything. They have to be right. We are completely defensive to everything. Not everything, but in a majority of the sense, we are just kind of like on attack mode, in fight or flight in our throat chakra here. One, we're either not speaking up, or two, we are speaking up too much. We are having an overactive throat chakra here, where we are just constantly kind of rude, cutthroat, rigid in our communication styles here, okay? And that could absolutely be because there's a massive block in between here, the heart and the throat. So we can't show compassion and speak with grace, right? And empathy here. We are not exchanging energy to create abundance. Just backing up that card there, okay? The way that we communicate is a little harsh. We actually hurt each other more so than lift each other up through our communication. The way that we speak and express ourselves is not an exchange of abundance. And so now on the flip side of these cards that I have just received, this is also guidance, right? So we know that if you have a blocked throat chakra, you do not know how to, take charge, speak up for yourself, okay? You have a hard time speaking your truth, okay? You may speak too harshly, rigid, okay? And the exchange of energy through the throat chakra is not of abundance. It's of lack, limiting beliefs, pain, fears, judgment, okay? Dream and journey on the bottom, okay? But so then, as I'm saying, on the flip side of this, that is guidance to get us into a healthy space in our throat chakra. Take charge with authority, with your authentic voice, speaking your truth, but bring it in with compassion. We don't want the rigidness. We do not want to have a sword and shield up every time we need to speak our minds. We need to come down into the space a little bit, have the empathy and the compassion, not only for yourself, but the people that you are expressing yourself to here, okay? So make a plan and focus on that. Focus on how you can stop in the moment and become softer, become more lighthearted in your approach here, okay? Because I deal personally with a lot of opinionated people, especially in my family here. And sometimes I catch myself kind of just like snapping at them, which I do not want to do. I catch myself in the moment, but it's because I have been I have not been able to express myself authentically. I'm slowly dipping my toe into that. Okay, I'm dealing with my family for my entire life, right? And I can pick apart who I can speak to authentically and who I can't, right? And so as we're starting to learn this, starting to learn who we can speak authentically to, which should be everybody. But I've been on this journey for some time now. It doesn't happen overnight here, beautiful souls. I'm not sitting here saying, make a plan and your life is changed tomorrow. You have to apply yourself. There's diligence here. You have to strategize and continue to move forward with the plans you want to take action on, right? And you have to work at it. We are so programmed in so many areas, especially if you want to go down the list of our chakras here. We have really been in, it's like disdain and miscombobulated. Like everything in every chakra is, in my personal opinion, just like a crazy limiting belief that has just held us back in our life in so many ways, right? So speaking here in the throat chakra, we have to be diligent in how we approach things, okay? And going back to, yes, like opinionated, right? Like, I have people that speak to me in that way. I now do not, one, respond to it, okay? And two, I know that, as I was mentioning a little bit earlier, like, you have to pick apart who can be in your life at this point, who is taking away your authenticity or trying to quiet down your authenticity. Those people don't deserve to be in our lives. And I'm not telling you to go ahead and push people out of your lives here. It's more so that we have to start learning to discern, who we allow in our energetic space, who we allow to, really come forth with us on this journey, who's going to support us in the right way, right? We don't want to be working on our throat chakra and standing in our truth and our authenticity just to be surrounded by people who are trying to bog you down and push you down and dismiss you and opinionate you and throw their projections of their own experiences on you. If you're not strong enough, you're going to get back down, right? So know that when you do move forward in healing your chakra points here, when you do exchange energy, exchange it from a place of abundance, right? And make sure that the people that you are exchanging with it are also exchanging abundance with you, that they aren't trying to lower your vibration, that they aren't trying to take away your power or your light. Be open to healing information. So if you are this far along, here's a lot of green here, okay? So again, coming down to our heart chakra, where we need to kind of start putting this, working together with our throat and our heart, because again, if we want that compassion, if we want that empathy, that's where it's coming from, our heart space. And we can't fear coming into these chakra centers here, because this is what's going to blast us open and bring us into divine essence here, to be able to commune and channel with the divine. I'm starting to get very warm. Many of you may feel very nervous, okay? And if you kind of feel like you have lumps in your throat, if you find it difficult to swallow, if you feel like you constantly have a dry throat, you feel like you just kind of have like a lot of like itchiness, raspiness, okay, this is throat chakra blockage, because this is exactly how I feel right now. And it's like, I definitely need to, continue grounding this energy, because it's like, I lost my train of thought, which is really strange. The world. Okay, yes, we need to end this cycle here of the way that we are living in our throat chakra, okay? I'm just hearing very overactive, and that kind of backs up like how we were kind of really feeling like we are speaking too rigidly. There's not enough compassion in the exchange of energy here. It's not an abundant exchange from our throat chakra, okay? So anything else here, my beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest white light, and decree only my beautiful higher self? What can we tell my beautiful viewer here in regards to their throat chakra? Some guidance. Let's get some guidance here, please. Some guidance, or anything that you would like to tell them at this time, please. This is partnerships in all orders here, okay? And on this Two of Cups here, I'm seeing like an imbalance, okay? So maybe the throat chakra is causing a lot of imbalances within the home, within family dynamics, within romantic relationships here, okay? Where your stability is really off balance because of the way that the throat chakra is blocked, okay? Again, this rigidness, we're not communicating with empathy and compassion to understand. We are communicating to be right or wrong, or who has the louder voice, or who can win this fight. We aren't exchanging energy of abundance. We are exchanging energy, low vibrational energy here, okay? That is making our throat very, very blocked. And especially related to all types of partnerships. It could be your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your parents, your coworkers, your bosses, your landlords. One it's like people are emotionless. See how she's on dry land, and then this one is in water. Okay, there's an imbalance in partnerships because of the throat chakra. Very important. I just had like a massive burp, okay? I'm really, really moving this energy here, okay? If you are resonating, I am sending you light and love, prana energy to this chakra for you to help you start breaking this down, okay? Very, very blocked throat. And meditate on that, okay? Anything else here, my beautiful spirit team with the highest white light and decree only, my beautiful higher self? Thank you. Look at defensiveness. We are completely defensive in our communication style, in all of our relationship statuses, partnerships, I should say partnerships. Backing up what I said before, we're defensive, we're rigid. Because of all of our traditions and our beliefs, everyone has their own belief system, right? We all have been, taught certain ways to live, think, believe, act, everything, right? So now we're all in our own little box, in our own beliefs, in our own traditions, and it's the right way, right? So this is all backing up. This goes beyond communication now. This is our authenticity. We are taking on beliefs and traditions that are not ours. We become extremely defensive to it, okay? And we are constantly imbalanced in all partnerships in our life. Okay, so this is just backing up. If you notice this type of energy and dynamic in your day-to-day life, it is your throat chakra. Okay, this is your throat chakra. We want to feel like we are better than other people, and that's how we are able to express that. But that is not a healthy way to express yourself with authority, okay? And that's funny because that was actually in my blog article as well recently here, okay? We think that authority needs to be aggressive and fear-based, violent action, defensiveness, having our wands up here, our swords, we're ready to attack, we're on defense mode as soon as anyone opens their mouth. On another layer of energy here, we are very defensive to opening up to the divine to help them come in. This is a very highly spiritual card telling us that the divine is here trying to guide people through this, trying to break down the old limiting beliefs and traditions. But many people are extremely defensive to it, very blocked off from the energy here. It's just very important to realize here, beautiful souls, that when we are speaking about our throat chakra, in the way that we express ourselves, remember when we were younger, there was like this quote where they would say that something about words can never hurt me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Okay, so It's basically an analogy telling us that, yeah, we can get physically hurt by sticks and stones, okay? But it's quite the opposite. You have to have a strong mental frame of mind to not let other people's words affect you. We are all affected by people's words. This is a very strong, important chakra here. And remember, we're not creating abundance in this chakra. We are not exchanging energy of abundance here. Okay? Words hurt people. If you've ever been bullied, you know that pain. The unconscious, the subconscious. I have two high-level spiritual cards out here on the board. Okay? With the Emperor, the masculine energy, right? I'm really attracted to the pillars here. Everyone, how the way that they express themselves here, you don't realize the power of your words, right? Because, you know, we're constantly creating our reality with our thoughts, our actions, our words, okay? And so this is the unconscious coming forward and saying whatever is unconsciously programmed for you within your traditions and your beliefs is where you are working from, which is completely defensive in all partnerships, okay? This is definitely showing up as our masculine energy as well. Because again, if you follow me regularly, societally, we are in the wounded masculine energy. Okay, very, very ego driven. Until the Emperor is in his healed version, he cannot strategize, he cannot stabilize. And I say he because I'm talking about a masculine energy. Take it how it resonates, you know, but this is like, you know, we're all in this place in life where we are subconsciously embedded to be defensive. And it's all because everything from even our childhood, because I know personally that was a big thing for me and I'm still going through it. The way that I'm spoken, the way that, you know, specifically my family, or more so my parents, speak to me, the way they express things to me, it still gets under my skin. I still feel like I am constantly having to be on the defense with them. Our throat and our voice and our expression is so much more powerful than we even comprehend here, beautiful souls. Look at, and here's this rigidness with the Queen of Swords. She is cutthroat. All right, so now we're talking about our wounded masculine energy and then a cutthroat biatch here. Okay, this is exactly the energy collectively where we're at right now. Okay, we're sitting on our high horses over here just cutting people up. Okay, you see how she has a bird there up by her sword? This is also telling us that it's time to clear this cloudedness, and this is probably why I'm channeling about our throat chakra today. We are being guided to start becoming aware of what we are vocalizing, how we are expressing ourselves. Is it authentically? Is it surface level? Are you defensive? Are you offensive? Are you projecting? Are you coming from a place of empathy and compassion and love? Because if you're not creating abundance in your energy exchange, you need to stop. You need to look at this. You need to tap into your unconscious here. What beliefs and traditions do you have that you may be experienced in any type of relationship in your life? Partnership. Okay, this could be parents, family, partnerships, commitments in general. New journey here. When's the last time you had clear thought or were able to actually stop yourself in the moment and ask yourself if the things you are about to say are kind? Here's another one that we always used to hear when we were a child. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. More throat chakra clearing here, okay? We are cut throat in this world here, beautiful souls. We are being guided to start thinking logically here and recognize that when we are using our voice and expressing ourselves, to make sure that it has compassion and love, and to make sure that we aren't working from the unconscious here, okay? And I know that's definitely easier said than done. It is very hard to actually be aware of the unconscious in the moment. But I'm here to guide you guys through that. And I'm still learning that myself, you know, but it has taken me some time to be able to stop myself in moments. But it works. Once you become aware, it's that easy. You can catch yourself immediately and you can change it. I was guided to a different deck, but I was shuffling my tarot cards a little bit more, and on the bottom it ended on the Page of Cups. Okay, we have to bring innocence, kindness back here, and we also need to have affirmations for growth. We need to grow out of this way of thinking and living, especially in our throat chakra here, beautiful souls. Okay, look at, speak your mind. Are you speaking your mind in a healthy, productive way, abundant way, kind, compassionate? Can you empathize and sympathize with people through your communication, or are you just rigid and cold and shut down and cut off and just speaking from a negative place? Okay, these are things that we have to start really paying attention to, especially if you want to start clearing this throat chakra, okay? Because when you are able to step into your authenticity and begin speaking your truth, it is absolutely freeing here, beautiful souls, okay? So my beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest light, and decree on my beautiful higher self. Let's get one card here to finish off with reading, my beautiful spirit team. And I was guided to this deck because they want me to read out of the book. So let's go ahead and see what card we get, and how we can have a beautiful closing message to really let us, you know, gain a perspective, a new perspective here on our throat chakra, and some guidance to really get ourselves unblocked here, okay? On the bottom is healing waters, okay? So of course healing is always the answer, right? Affirmations for acceptance came out, and plant the seeds, okay? So definitely, like, we need to maybe, remember, make a plan and focus, right? We need to focus on this chakra center here and accept things in our life, right? We have to accept the unconscious, the limiting beliefs, traditions, everything that we kind of grew up with, because we are living in the defense mode, right? Okay, healing waters is still on the bottom. So out of those two cards, I was guided to the affirmation for acceptance, okay? It's on page 49, breaking down to the number 4. We are fated to come into a higher perspective here. We are fated to have better communication skills. Do you see how the birds are flying in like the dustiness and the darkness here, and then we have a couple birds coming out into the light and the clear skies, okay? So we're being guided, fated here, okay, to trust that we may be here right now, but we can get there, all right? And it says, there is a prayer that says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And we've all heard that before. There are some things in life that we cannot change, but this is something we can change because it's ourselves. It's in our control. We can't control what other people say or do. We can only control what we say and do. And that is very powerful. So it says the action here for this is a practical exercise. Make a list, okay? On one side, list the things that you don't like about your life that you have control over, okay? And then make some concrete plans on how you can change them, okay? On the other side, make the list of things about your life that make you unhappy, that you have no control over, okay? And give some thought to how much of your energy is going towards being angry and frustrated about those things, and how much time you spend fighting the impossible or just plain complaining, okay? Complaining. Right? The negative expression here, okay? Once you've contemplated it for a while, take the half of the list and rip it into shreds. Then let the tiny pieces of paper go the next time there is a strong wind, okay? It's also saying that this card is probably telling you that there is something that you simply need to accept, okay? We need to accept our fated, you know, what is happening in our life surrounding our throat chakra here, okay? You almost certainly know what it is already. You just need a nudge to let go and let God, okay? Whatever it is, be kind to yourself and stop fighting. Stop fighting. Take a deep breath. Admit that there are some battles you can't win and move on. And remember, I was talking about us communicating right and wrong. Oh, I need to win. I need to be louder. Okay? Massive, massive blockages in our throat chakra just for that alone. We're not speaking compassionately and empathizing with people and understanding and compromising. We are just there to attack and be on defense. And it's funny because the one after that is speak your mind. It keeps coming back here. The element of air rules over our speech, probably because our words are carried on our breath, right? It says, go ahead, try holding your breath and speaking at the same time. Many of us have a hard time saying what is really on our minds. We either hold back from speaking because of insecurity or fear of causing a fuss, or we speak too freely or clumsily, never quite managing to say what we want to the way we want it to come out. But it's also the cornerstone of all good relationships, whether personal or professional. So it is worth making the effort to get it right, no matter how difficult it may be. Throat chakra, beautiful souls. And remember how I was talking about all of our relationships and our partnerships and commitments. We have a very hard time communicating, correctly in that sense, right? Backing that up. To smooth the progress of transition, sometimes it's necessary to let go of old patterns or just situations that no longer work for you. Okay? Our unconscious beliefs, our traditions that have only kept us in defense mode here, beautiful souls. Okay? You're really being guided to start moving past this, to discard the things that no longer serve. Okay? And this is really truly about, yes, how we're expressing ourselves, but don't you want to live in your authenticity? Don't you want to feel free from the inside and be able to communicate and really be on it in a place where you can show and speak with compassion, right? No one's going to be perfect. I mean, even still till today, I catch myself using my throat chakra in not the best ways, right? Because I have, again, 2 babies that just like drive me bonkers sometimes. It's so hard for me to control my screaming because it's just like, it's the only way that I can get them to even pay attention sometimes, So, I mean, it's always important to be aware of our throat chakra as the bottom line here, okay? The way that you are communicating, your tone, right? Are you speaking your truth? Are you afraid to speak your truth? Are you speaking up? Are you standing in your truth and authenticity here? Are you able to express yourself in your soul language? Are you doing those creative projects and hobbies that help you feel alive in your soul, right? It's all related here, beautiful souls. So I think today was a beautiful message. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you are interested in booking a personal reading, please visit my website. Link is here in the description box. Please like, share, subscribe, all the fun things. And until next time here, beautiful souls, love and light to you.